Rebecca James of Great Britain against this rider, Carly McCulloch of Australia. James leads 1-0 after the first ride. Best of three. Becky James leads off. Carly McCulloch has to win this to put it back one each and go to the decider. Becky James took the opening race of these quarterfinals pretty easily. Carly McCulloch will have gone back to her pits area. She'll have sat down with her coach and they'll have worked out another plan to try and beat Becky James, who I must say looks like she's on the form of her life at the moment. Young rider, promised much in the early stages of her career in the Junior World Championships. She's had a lot of problems with illness recently. That's really why we've not seen Becky James racing at all. But now they've got to the bottom of it. They know what was wrong, and she's now back, and she looks back to her usual self. Carly McCulloch, though, bronze medalist in the team sprint in London 2012 as they get the bell. James puts on the afterburners. Carly McCulloch trying desperately to get in the slipstream. But Becky James is looking so fast right now. She's beaten Carly McCulloch 2-0. She dismisses the Australian and she will go through safely to the semi-final. Here's the acceleration. Powers her way around to the finish line. Carly McCulloch had no answer to that. So far, Becky James has made this competition look very easy indeed. She qualified fastest earlier on this morning. She's now gone through to the semi-finals by dismissing one of the fastest riders on the track. Let's remind ourselves then of this competition. Christina Vogel, Olympic gold medalist, riding for Germany against this rider, Jinji Gong of China. Silver medalist in the team sprint in London 2012. Beaten by this rider and her teammate Miriam Welter of Germany. Jinji Gong will lead off. Christina Vogel leads at 1-0. Down onto the Côte d'Azur at the bottom of the track. Next line up is the gauge line. That's where we measure the track, 250 meters round within 1/1000th of a millimeter. Next line up is the sprinters line. That's the red line where the rules, the commissars keep an eye on that line. They don't want anyone going outside it once they dive in it in the latter stages of the race. The blue line where Christina Vogel is now is the stayers line. Actually used to be used by the big motorbikes that used to be seen on the tracks. And if you go towards the top of the track, it almost all the way around is somewhere around about 270 odd meters. Jinji Gong then has to win this one to take this to a decider. Vogel keeping her opponent high up on the track. Short, punchy rider, really powerful. She's looking to dismiss Jinji Gong in 2 rides. She accelerates now, but she's let Jinji Gong get into the slipstream. She's going to use that to accelerate off the wheel. Going to be close on the line, that one. So it's going to go to a photograph between those two riders. I'm not certain here. I thought Vogel might have it. And in fact, it is confirmed. Christina Vogel takes that one. She wins in 2 races. Here's the acceleration. Shin Ji-gong just left it a little bit late. They race up to the finish, and there's probably a rim's width between it. 2 riders through then, Rebecca James and Christina Vogel. There's the photograph. Pretty close, wasn't it? Moving on then to the next heat. Heat 3, this is race 2. Stephanie Morton, who will try to take this to a decider. Racing against Wai-Tzi Lee, the world champion in the 500-meter time trial. She leads 1-0. She's got the speed. If she can get the bike up to top speed, she can accelerate and hold off for her opponent very well indeed. Wai-Tzi Lee has to lead off. Stephanie Morton in the white, green and yellow of Australia. Lots of Twitter conversation between the Australian athletes over the last 48 hours. They call themselves the Cyclones, of course. And they seem to be extremely motivated by the medals that we have seen in the Australian camp so far. So Stephanie Morton has to try and take this to a decider. Her teammate Carly McCulloch has been knocked out by Rebecca James. She will go through to the ride-off for 5th to 8th place. Wai-Tzi Lee still at the front. A little bit of a gap being left. Back to Stephanie Morton on the Côte d'Azur. Now making their way onto the track a little. Very steep, this any of these bankings. Particularly when you're on the steep banking at the end, you don't want to let any acceleration off at all. You'll just slide down. Wai-Tzi Lee, the chin on the right shoulder, keeping an eye on her opponent. Both riders with the disc wheel in the back and spoke carbon fibre wheel in the front to give a little bit more manoeuvrability on the bike. Stephanie Morton, the tactic looks like she wants to get right on the hip here of Wai-Tzi Lee and try and accelerate, use her speed round the last couple of bankings. But it's Wai-Tzi Lee who's going for the finish, and Stephanie Morton has no answer either. So Wai-Tzi Lee goes safely through to the next round. Here's the replay. Wai-Tzi Lee accelerating around very close actually to that red sprinters line, races to the finish and wins it with a little bit of daylight between the two bikes. 3 riders through so far: Rebecca James, Christina Vogel and Wai-Tzi Lee. Let's turn our attention then to the final race. Xuan Guo in the red and yellow of China. Silver medalist in the team sprint already. Bronze medalist in the sprint. And silver medalist in the team sprint last year in the World Championships. Kieran, silver medalist in 2012. Here we go. Virginie Quef, the 24-year-old former European team sprint champion. Xuan Guo, 1-0 up. She won't want to take this to a decider. She'll want to conserve some energy. It's a big opportunity for Xuan Guo to actually win the World Championship. So often she's been the third rider against Victoria Pendleton and Anna Mears. Pendleton has retired. Anna Mears is having a little bit of a break before she resumes training. Can this be Xuan Guo's year? Virginie Quef in the blue of France at the front. Crowd enjoying this sprinting. Virginie Quef still riding on the Côte d'Azur. They've moved up onto the banking a couple of times. Slightly out of the saddle now, Virginie Quef. She wants to manoeuvre Xuan Guo into the lead if she possibly can, or just use the banking for the element of surprise. Bit of a problem there for the French rider. I don't know what she was doing, lost concentration a little bit. Looked inside the her left arm instead of looking to the right-hand side. Now they're going to head towards the bell, and here's Quef on the front. Xuan Guo of China trying now to get onto the wheel of Virginie Quef as they race round the final turn. Xuan Guo is 1-0 up. Has she got the power to race past Virginie Quef? Oh, she's going to challenge her now. The answer is yes, she does it easily. And that is 2-0 to Xuan Guo. Here's the replay. Quef accelerated, but Xuan Guo races around the outside, makes it look pretty simple. And a significant gap between the two riders. Four riders then make the semi-finals. Xuan Guo of China, Weizhi Li of Hong Kong, China, Christina Vogel of Germany, and Becky James of Great Britain. That's the lineup for the sprint semi-finals.